Well, happy Tuesday. Took 3 trades on the stream today. Ended up basically break even. Very happy with all the trades I took, which is a good thing. So we're going to go and recap those now. These were done on my 20, 50K Apex funded accounts. You can use code TBM for 80% off and 1 day to pass right now. Let's go and dive into today's stream recap. Yo, good morning. Welcome. How we doing? Markets are grinding, are up 1.3%. Had a nice little move off of just about VWAP, 1850 or so. That's what the daily chart looks like. Slowly coming back into the a little range. Wow, we ended up going to that 700 level pretty nicely. I talked about 680 yesterday. If we had snapped 900, I talked about 680. Got just about there. Nice bid off of it. Up at 18,150 right now. We got yesterday's open around 300. Definitely an interesting spot. We'll see what the market does today. If we're just gonna kind of grind it out or not. We got overnight highs up at 170. I guess we're above. Yeah, we're above yesterday's value area highs. As of right now, everything looks nice and trending to the upside. We snap 120 to 100. We rotate back to VWAP. We get heavy through VWAP. We're watching for yesterday's value area high, but as of right now, those are not really super interesting conversations. We snap VWAP, we look at yesterday's value area high. We snap yesterday's value area high. We're looking at yesterday's point of control. Snap that, we're looking at overnight lows, right? But everything a little bit grindy to the upside. News on the session. We've got 9 o'clock Richmond Fed complex index. Comp index? I don't really know what comp means. I don't know if that's anything. I don't really ever remember that. Got Tesla at the close. For earnings, we got G20 happening all day. The finance summit. And then we got Trump at 2 o'clock, or 3 o'clock, excuse me, at the close. So yeah, nothing really other than notes at 12. Nothing too crazy. Let's see what happens today. Let's be patient. I'm still on micros. VIX is still above 30. This has got to be one of the longer sustained VIX above 30 moves I've seen in a while. And yeah, we'll see what today brings. Good luck. Be smart, be patient. Let's execute at a high level. Let's be confident in the trades we're taking. Let's be patient for those good trades. I want to find some good pullbacks and decent price action. Something to note here is we've not made a prior low. We've not swept a prior low in this move up for 120 points. So if you see a pullback, as of right now, like the way I'm seeing it, right, or thinking about it at least, is like if we can get somewhat of a deeper pullback, I mean, even like the 20s here would be interesting. It got to 30, like mid 20s. Basically, the stop at the prior low is actually a fair play right now, just after how this move has been reacting so far. I still like a little bit of a pullback though, personally, like just like at least something. We broke out, we came down, we tested the prior high. We broke out, we came down, we tested the swing high. We broke out, we come down maybe, test the overnight highs. I don't know. Be almost too clean for regular trading hours, but got to 26. Buyers looking decent. I'm gonna take a little 50% retrace of the wick here. If I get stopped out at 70 bucks, I will be on to the next. But I like the way Delta's looking, and I like the way we've been pushing. I'm gonna go and move that break even. I almost got filled out. I'm not gonna lose any money on this trade. There we go, filled out, 100 bucks. Quick and easy. That trade, pretty simple, right? Had a little bit of topping action, but everything is very much long and strong right now. As we see on the 30-minute, all the overnight's been long and strong. A little bit of topping action. We put in a bottoming candle, even though it's like pretty much just a tight range. I get in at 50% of the wick retrace or so. Stop is below the low, which in this case was $70. I'm looking for a 10-point trade, which is $100 because I'm on micro still. And Delta was also looking pretty solid. And now we slap out of it. So happy with the scalp. I'm fairly interested in 215 as well as 210. Delta's still trying to hold up. That got pretty close to the 215 bounce, so I'm actually going to take that off. I'll look for the prior open. A little bit more of a sweep than that, but nothing too crazy. A little bit of delta selling off. I am in long off of the prior open. We got the 1.5 right here at 08. I'm gonna go ahead and move that break even again. It's just not worth it for me to take it green and go red on the trade when I think we could slap 200 pretty quick. I'm out break even there, $2.50. Looks like we might do it, but Delta's kind of selling off here, so that's why I moved to break even. Delta's selling off. We are on the 1.5, but we're right around 200 cycle level 2. So if they want to, they could obviously crash it. And I like the first test. But first test is the best test, right? If I'm following my rules there. So first test of the prior open is probably the best option. What are the horizontal lines again? Over on the 5-minute chart, it's volume profile. So value area high, pointing control, value area low. On the 1-minute chart over here, it's initial balance high, initial balance low in the middle of the range. Initial balance high and initial balance low is set at 930. So it will move until 930 as new highs and lows are put in. If you're just tuning in, I've taken 2 trades. One was a break even, which was a good break even stop. Took a long here off the prior open. Had a little bit of action, moved to break even, ended up flushing because I was scared of the 200 flush. 200 ended up being the low. The first trade I took was here. Off of the 1-minute chart, I took a 50% retrace of the doji on the 1-minute chart. Stop it at the low. It was a 70-point stop for a 100-point winner. Happened in less than a minute. So those are the 2 trades I've taken so far. I'm looking for more. Gonna see what happens. Your edges such a funny concept because people have such a small sample size typically in their head for what edge should be. Not to be defined by outliers either, to be fair. Outliers meaning if you have a significantly good day and you lose most of your days and you are break even based off one good lucky day, do you have edge? No. Same thing being said, if you make money most of your days and you lose money on extreme edge case volatility, or you lose some money on extreme edge case volatility or whatever it is, you still have edge? It's up to the user, I guess, but most people have a way too small of an edge of a sample size for it, and they change too often. I see a lot of people talk about it. For instance, Lance Bernstein, verifiably like a 10-figure or a what is he, 8-figure trader, I guess, verified in the equity space. He talks about that same concept of people bounce around too much. They find something that works and they have like, you know, a month or whatever of it not working and they leave it, and that's not the right idea. Or a week or a day of it not working, right? Get even crazier with it. A week of it not working and they leave it all and go try something new. Most people don't have proper automated backtesting systems, to be honest. It's not even about backtesting though. It's about real life trading. Your edge can't be purely backtesting, because you will inherently trade differently in some capacity. Part of it. Yeah, backtesting is good to like figure out if you have somewhat of a strategy going forward, or to help you redefine some variables in your strategy, right? Backtesting can be really good for that, but at the end of the day, backtesting doesn't give you edge. Trading gives you edge. Backtesting doesn't give you actual numbers. Trading does. Backtesting is going to help when you're in a trade and your emotional capital is draining at the speed of light. Yeah. I'm not crapping on backtesting either. I think it's important. Practice makes perfect, right? But it is a different environment, and you shouldn't judge everything based on backtesting. You should judge it based on how it actually executes, how you actually execute it. Could be a spicy wick test. Yeah, right off volume too, with a good close. Or we just straight rip it and don't even get the shot of the wick test. I would want it to like close, like stop moving right here. Honestly, I wanted to go sideways for 3 minutes for the wick test, because we're like getting away from that 50% spot where the wick test is super sweet. I mean, What's Delta doing? Could be an interesting little spot to roll over, to be honest. Prior open. Rotate down. Point of control is what, 10 points lower? 15 points lower? I'm interested in the point of control bounce if we can get it. All right, I'm filled out on the point of control test. Fires look good. I'm going to try and pull this back up to the top of the range. I don't know if this is going to happen, and I'm very happy to move it break even and take 10 points if I need to. But we have some buyers trying to step up, and if we can snap 80, I like the rotation back up. But if we can't snap 80, it's going to just be heavy, which is looking heavy right now. We'll see. See if we can catch a bid or not. There's the prior open. Want to see a reaction here. It's just not happening yet. This is fair game on the 5 minute for me. So I'll still be holding. It's kind of heavy on the downside. Delta's not going crazy. It's just kind of sliding. You can see it sliding a little bit easier. Looks like I probably get stopped out on the sweep of the lows. Stopped out. I'm down 60 bucks. They were like, oh no, we just barely missed him by the stop out. We got to send it back and then we can rip it. Buyers look good here. I'm just not willing to let it go below there. Because it's like, again, the spot is just very sketchy. You snap 50, all of a sudden it's rotating very quickly, I think, to 30s. But who knows?